The Vivo Y15 has 5000 milliamps of battery for its main selling point. And you might even get surprised how many days I use the phone with just one single charge. Find out how many later in the video. Hello world, this is Coco Martech, and this is the full review of the Vivo Y15. For the dimensions of the phone, you have a height of 159.4mm, a width of 76.8mm, and a thickness of 8.9mm. The phone weighs at 190.5 grams, which is kind of lighter considering that the phone has 5000 milliamps of battery. This is also a dual SIM phone for nano SIMs, and you can also put a micro SD card where you can extend the storage up to 256 gigs of storage. The phone has 6.35 inches of IPS LCD screen, an 81.4 screen to body ratio, a resolution of 720 by 1544 pixels or 268 pixels per inch. Out of the box, it has Android 9.0 or Android 9, Phone Touch 9. It has the processor of Mediatek Helio P22 12nm, a CPU of octa-core 2.0 GHz Cortex-A53, a GPU of PowerVR GE-A320. The internal memory is the phone. You have 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of storage. For the cameras, it has 3 lenses. The first one has 13 megapixels of aperture 2.2. The second lens is an ultra-wide lens with aperture 2.2. The third one has 2 megapixels for depth sensor or creating bokeh effects. You also have LED flash, HDR, and panorama. In terms of video, you can take 1080p up to 30 frames per second. For the selfie camera, it has 16 megapixels and aperture of 2.0. You also have the 3.5mm headphone jack port at the bottom. You also have active noise cancellation with dedicated microphone, Bluetooth 5.0, FM radio, micro USB 2.0, a rear-mounted fingerprint sensor, and 2 color variants of aqua blue and burgundy red. So what do I think about this Vivo Y15? So this phone is a budget smartphone, so I don't really expect a lot from it. Playing games was okay. Playing Mobile Legends was great. It doesn't stutter or lag, but playing Asphalt 9 lags a lot. For that, you can lower your settings for video settings or gameplay settings, or you just want to play some casual games like piano tiles or tiles hop or something like those games. For media consumption, this is a great phone. So you have a large screen. It's a 6.35-inch phone. The IPS LCD screen is great. It has punchy colors. It has deep blacks. The underwhelming for media consumption is the bottom firing speaker, since you can easily block those speakers when watching in landscape mode. So another option for you is use headphones or earphones. The cameras are okay. The primary lens is okay. The ultra-wide is more of a letdown for me. So again, for this phone, which is a budget smartphone, which only cost 10,990 pesos, I really didn't expect a lot, especially from the camera side. So the ultra-wide lens can give you okay photos in daylight and with ample light sources. For indoor photography, it's a letdown. For taking calls, you won't have an issue about that. Person you're calling to will hear you loud and clear. I also didn't get any issues for the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi connections. One issue that I encountered was charging. So since this is a 5000 milliamp of battery, it's a big battery, and charging this will take you a long time. Charging from 50% to 90% took me 1 hour and 30 minutes. But using this phone will give you more than a day. So it will depend on how you use the phone. If you are a light user or a heavy user, it will depend. The longest time I've used the phone with just one single charge is 8 days. So how did I get 8 straight days of just one single charge for this phone? I just used text, call, and slight social media browsing. I didn't watch a lot of movies, a lot of videos. I didn't play any heavy intensive games. But the point is, this phone has a great battery. If you're a heavy user playing games a lot, heavy intensive games like Asphalt 9 or Mobile Legends, you can still use the phone at least for a day. You don't have to expect to charge this phone at the middle of the day. Worst comes to worst, you have to charge the phone at the end of the night. I really didn't like the phone that much, since at this price range you can get better phones like the Huawei Y9 Prime or even the Realme 3. For me, it's a better buy. The Realme 3 has a faster processor, a better GPU. So do I recommend this phone? If you're an avid Vivo user and you're more in a tight budget situation, I'm going for yes, since it has a great screen. The battery is great. It's very solid. You can last at least a day. The speakers is okay. The cameras are quite underwhelming, but it suffices enough. You can take great photos with ample amount of light. But if you're looking for other options from other brands, there's a lot of better smartphones with this price range. For example, the Realme 3, which will cost you just around 7,000 pesos, much faster than the Vivo Y15. So testing the Vivo Y15 through Geekbench 4, it has a score of 838 in single core and 3,666 in multi-core, as compared to the Realme 3, which is again would cost you around 690 pesos. It has a single core of 1,417 single core and a score of 5,084 for multi-core. And in terms of screen quality, they're much of the same for me in my eyes. But if you already have the Vivo Y15, you don't have to worry, you don't have to be sad. It's also a good phone for its price point. But again, there are more viable options than this phone. I also didn't like the design of the phone. So this is the burgundy red color variant. This is made from plastic, and you can see that it's a fingerprint magnet. It's more of a gradient at the bottom that it's red, and at the top you have the black. And I'm not really sure why I don't like this phone. Maybe because there are better options in the market. So if you're looking to buy this Vivo Y15, I suggest you also look at the Huawei Y9 Prime, which has a better processor, better screen, I think better everything except for the battery. If you have this phone, comment down below about your experiences with the phone. Why did you buy this phone? What did you like or not like about the phone? So comment down below so we can also know about your experiences. So overall, considering that this phone is 10,990 pesos, it's an okay phone. It's more of a middle thumbs for me, middle thumbs. Anyway, that's my review for the Vivo Y15. Please like the video, subscribe and click on the bell button to get notified for new phone reviews and more unboxing. This is Coco Tech, and I'll see you in my next videos.